see you. That's
Wait, hold up now. Usually one of us can see the other one. You can't see me either.
I
This
cannot
is
see you.
ratchet.
I only see
This is ratchet.
myself.
This is so ratchet. This is so ratchet. Well, you know what? We can continue on as per usual. You know, usually be hating on the healers. It's all right. We still gonna get the message out. So
We
if you want
still
to
go.
continue on, we can.
We
I just don't
can.
like cutting you off. When I can't see you, I tend to cut you off. So I don't like that.
I understand that. I understand.
But you want to continue on? It's up to you, boo.
I think we should. I think we should keep going because you know what? We need to let everybody see how we can flow, even when we can't see each other. We still connected. How about that?
That's right, because we professionals up in this piece. Now,
Hmm.
Paul, I was just letting the collective know, particularly Ash, because you're my girl. If y'all see something, say something, like MTA says, okay? Because I'm working with one contact tonight, okay? So my left eye is my good eye, okay? So I can't see when, a nipple may fall out, or if, I got a booger in my nose. So y'all gonna have to drop it in the comments to keep your guidance on point, okay? Because I can't see. And Bessie can't see either, okay? So y'all gonna have to be our ears and eyes. All right? Now,
Oh my
before I
gosh.
go any further, hey, boo, Soraya's in the house.
Okay.
That's right. I love Soraya. She has the best energy.
She does. Oh my goodness. But I must say, this reminds me of an incident that happened at App.
What happened to Ab? Refresh my memory.
Remember when you was walking in one of in Anthony's first fashion show,
Oh my
and
God.
you
Why you
had
bring that up? Why you bring up old ish?
because because you were saying like if a nipple slipped out or something.
Listen, I've had a couple nip slips in my day. Okay, now listen. The only
So
difference was back then I wasn't as awake as I am now. So it was okay for it to slip out, here and there. But now I'm like, wait, hold up now. This is ethereal nipple, okay? So
okay,
if you catch a glimpse, you may get a come up. So no,
yeah, come on.
hey Renee, this
But
is
and
ethereal. This is ethereal nip, okay? Like back in the day, it was still goddess nip, but this is ethereal nip. So if it pop out now, you may just hit the lottery. Listen,
hey,
you have to be careful nowadays, okay? Because
okay,
Ashley is awake, okay?
and
She's awoken to her goddess energy. Yes, go ahead, Bessie.
I was gonna say, and to be clear, it like nothing popped out at the show. It was after the
Are
show.
you sure?
Yeah,
You sure
because
about that?
because remember you had the because we was talking about the pasties, and you're the one that taught me about them, and I was like, you was like, I got to take these
I
things
did
out.
have the pasties.
Hmm.
Anthony put pasties on me. And shout out to Anthony, who is now working for, I believe, Calvin Klein, right? He's
I
designing
I
for
can't
Calvin Klein.
remember. I have to look
Shout
it
out to
up.
Anthony. I think
Yes.
he is designing for Calvin Klein because he definitely had some dope dresses back in college. And I remember when I reached out to him when I was doing the Emmys, he said that he said that he wanted to design my dress, and it was so last minute I couldn't get him to do it. But I believe he mentioned that he was working for Calvin Klein then. So shout out to Anthony for
Yes.
always being like a dope um fashionistas, but he's a man, so how do I say fashionista?
Yeah. Listen,
I
fashionista.
don't know,
Mm-hmm.
something.
That's
So
his
yeah,
his
so
one of
yeah,
the
shout out to you,
original
Anthony.
Bristas.
We love you, Anthony. So let's go ahead and get started. If it's your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I'm actually Anya, an intuitive alchemist and energy reader. And I'm just here to help y'all heal. And we're healing with humor because laughter is always the best medicine. Talk to these people, B.
I am B. I am a goon. I am the one that you want to connect to when you want to reach the moon. Hey. But no, real
Right?
talk. Real talk. I am a intuitive healer, feeler, and seer, baby. I connect with the other realm. So hey, let's do it. And like Ashley said, we're here to help you heal, no matter how that is. We're gonna push some buttons. We're gonna hold your hand. We're gonna pat that back if you gotta cry. We're gonna make you laugh. And then if we gotta pop them hands, we're gonna pop them hands because we want you to be healed first and foremost.
Thank you, Gemini, 2 times. You ain't so
Mhm.
bad your damn self, girl.
Okay.
That's right. We're here for your higher. We're here for your higher self. And like Bestie said, we're not here to heal you. We're here to give you the tools you need to heal yourself. Okay. We're not over here acting like Miss Cleo. Okay. We're giving you guys the tools you need to heal yourself. So you don't have to call in. You don't gotta call us now. We're gonna help heal you. And it's so funny. I'm talking about Miss Cleo because you know me and Kara did a segment on Miss Cleo while doing Dope Bread, but we never released it.
Oh my
Those of y'all didn't know,
goodness.
no. All of my followers that have been following us way back when, I'm talking 10 years ago, know that we used to do a Dope Bread show on YouTube, and we did a segment called Miss Cleo, but we never released it. But that brought back
Listen.
memories of her fake ass analysis. Anyways, all right. So we're doing something a little different here today, my beautiful soul family. Me and Bessie are going to be tag teaming back again. Knock your shorts off once again. We're going to be tag teaming each other on tonight's episode. So if you guys don't know, we're talking about what spirit wants you guys to stop ignoring. And this is all 12 signs. We're going to start with the babies, of course, Aries, and then we'll end with Pisces. And we're going to go through all 12 zodiac signs on what spirit wants you guys to stop ignoring based off your sign. Okay, what are Aries known for? What are Aquarius is known for? What are Cancers known for? We'll go through all of that. And as I'm reading the signs, after I finish, Bestie's going to pull a card. Okay, so does everybody understand, and understand what we're doing versus our per usual show where I just yap, yippity yap, and don't come back, and then Bestie gets to chime in after? We ain't doing that. No, we're going to do the whole piggybacking off of each other, building off of one another's sentences, okay?
Yes.
So without further ado, you want to go ahead and get started, Bestie?
I'll let you start off. I'll let you start off, and then I'll come behind. Because I'm also doing a spiritual progress report, so on the channel, and so this is something. Yes. So this is for the spiritual progress report as well, because we need to see what how and what we are faring when spirit is telling us that we have to stop ignoring something, right? So I'm doing both at the same time. Yep.
Fair enough. That works. Okay. And just so you know, my short analysis, they're not that long. So when you hear me pause, that means I'm done. It's a wrap. It's over. All right. So
Okay.
you can go ahead and just jump in, because it's not going to be like paragraph after paragraph. It's basically a sentence for each sign. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So
Okay.
tonight we're diving deep into what spirit wants you guys to stop ignoring. A lot of us are praying for change while avoiding the very thing that will set us free. So let's talk about it sign by sign. Let's see what spirit has to say, okay? So we're going to start off with our Aries, all right? The babies of the zodiac sign, all right? And I believe, no, we're in Taurus season now. We just got out of Aries season. So now we're in Taurus season. We're going to, of course, start off with the babies of the zodiac, Aries, the trailblazers of the zodiac sign, okay? So what are Aries known for? They're known for being bold, impulsive, and passionate, okay? Aries charges ahead without looking back, but sometimes they avoid stillness, which means they avoid the truth. Bestie, let's pull a card on what spirit says on what you guys need to stop ignoring.
Yeah, so I'm pulling the last card now. Spirit told me that it was going to be 5 cards. All right. So we have the 2 of Pentacles here. There is a decision that you know that you're supposed to be making and you have not made it. And you're trying to, what I'm getting is that you're trying to peer into the future But spirit is like, until you make that decision, you will not be able to figure out what's happening in the future with this moon card here. And then the next is the 10 of Wands, because the decision that you're making or that you have to make is, should I continue to carry on this load or should I leave it? Right? But if you continue to carry this load, you're not going to like progress. When you're carrying, and I really do think of Erica Badu song Bag Lady every time I pull like the 10 of Wands. And it's like, how can you expect to walk freely somewhere where you carrying all these bags, this baggage, past life? And when I say past life, like, you know how when we're not the same people we were 10 years ago, right? But if you're still carrying 10-year-old worth of baggage and you haven't let that go, baby, you a whole new person and you still carrying around, excuse my French, old shit that you got to let go. Because with that, it's slowing down your own progress. And then the next right here is the Four of Cups, which confirms it. You're continuing to think on things in the past and not move on. And Spirit is saying, when you decide to let it go, guess what? You'll be in your Queen of Cups energy. You'll be balanced. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to scheme, right? Because you're going to be in a healthy place. And we talked about this with the last episode. I know it was specifically for men, but women, or however you identify, it can apply to you too. Once you start the healing process, you will see how free you can get. I'm done.
That's a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. I felt that, I have some areas in my chart. So I felt that in certain areas of my chart. By the way, let me go ahead and plug myself in. If you ain't got that birth chart reading yet, come on over to my place. Hit that link in the bio. Because you are so much more than your sun sign. So like I just explained to Bessie, I felt that in an area of my chart where I have Aries, all right? And it's so imperative for you guys to understand, overstand, and understand yourself on a deeper level beyond the surface, okay? Because your sun sign is just surface level, okay? It gets deep. The shit gets deep, okay? Let's keep it moving. Next, we have Taurus, okay? The stabilizers. And I know this because my mama is a Taurus, okay? She is stable. Anytime I needed something, I would go to my mama. Tauruses are stable, all right? They're level-headed. If they're operating in their higher self, they're level-headed, they're stable, and they always have the right answers for you. Always. You can always depend on a Taurus to give you the right answer. Not what you want to hear, the right answer, okay? So Tauruses, what are they known for? Being grounded, loyal, sensual, okay? They crave comfort and consistency, but they can hold on too tightly to what's no longer aligned. Let's see what Spirit says. You need to stop ignoring, Taurus.
So, Spirit said there's only going to be 2 cards for y'all. And this lets me know that you already know what you're supposed to be doing, but you're not doing it. So, the first card here is the Page of Swords. For me, that Page of Swords is something coming towards you that's enlightened. Something, the page is very young, right? And so it could be, and when I say young, I don't know why I'm going way back with this one. So if you know, you know. But for those of you who read The Whipping Boy, I'm literally seeing the book cover right now. I'm seeing the book cover and it's like, you know what you're supposed to do, but you're not doing it. So you're trying to find a scapegoat. And Spirit is like, no, don't try to find a scapegoat. You already know what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know why there's a lot of rebellious people. I'm just going to say that right now. Because Spirit is saying you're supposed to be your Queen of Pentacles. And you're sitting there acting like you don't know what to do. You already know what type of investments you need to make. You already know what types of things you're supposed to be getting rid of. You already know. And it's like that girl who says, I know I shouldn't be swiping my credit card right now. I know I need to be watching my finances, but I'm going to swipe this credit card anyway because I really like this dress.
Guilty.
And Spirit is like, but you know your rent is coming up and you're going to still swipe this credit card. And then you're going to be crying to me saying, oh, Spirit, I need to manifest some quick money. No, stop spending. It's that type of energy. It's like you already know what you're supposed to be doing and what you're not supposed to be doing. And Spirit is like, you already know. Don't do it. In this season, don't do it. You already know. And then in this season of, or in the essence of progressing, when you already know better and you don't do better, that's when Spirit's like, no, I'm gonna let you sit. I'm gonna sit this one out, and I'm gonna watch you fall on your face. Mm-hmm. So don't play with Spirit, especially if you already know what to do. That's a warning.
And you don't want to be stylishly homeless. I mean, nobody wants to look nice but not have a place to lay their head. And I know a lot of people. What does Phaedra say? People might not know when you hungry, but they know when you homeless, okay? Nobody can hear your stomach growl, but they can tell when you ain't got no place to lay your head. So Don't be so fixated on looking nice and not having a place to put your nice things at, okay? Focus on your focus.
Mm-hmm.
Stay focused on your focus. Were you done? I'm sorry, I just kind of intervened. Were you finished?
Oh, yes, I was done. Spirit was like, it's straight to the point. They already know. And I will just say this. Although I use the credit card, you know your particular situation, Taurus. You know what you're not supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm. And I have to step away because I have to get a fan because they're saying that my phone is overheated. So give me one moment just to get the fan to put behind it. And I hope it's not going to be too loud. Ash, if you're listening, let me know if you can hear the noise in the back when I grab the fan. Okay, hold on.
Yep. But yes. So I'm just going to keep saying it. Taurus, you already know. And if you need to reread The Whipping Boy to get an idea, do it. Like I saw it in my left eye.
You know what I'm thinking of when you say The Whipping Boy? I'm thinking of The Whooping Cough. I don't know why. Thinking of Whooping Cough.
Right.
That was a long time ago. They had babies being vaccinated for it. Whooping cough.
Yep.
Y'all, I ain't got no sense. I ain't got the sense God gave a hippopotamus. Okay.
I can't.
Look, you guys can't hear that. Bessie, can you hear it in the background?
I can't. It sounds good. You sound clear.
Good. All right. So we back to Taurus. Let's keep it moving. Next we have Gemini. All right, the communicators. What are Geminis known for? Curious, witty, quick thinking. I love Gemini energy because they are so witty with their words. Think about all of the top 5 top ranking rappers. They're all Geminis. Jadakiss, Kendrick, Lauryn Hill, Biggie, Tupac. Like Geminis are the communicators of the zodiac signs. So Gemini has a gift for words, but sometimes dodges the emotions that come with stillness and truth. That's heavy. Gemini, let's see what Spirit says you need to stop ignoring.
Yeah, so the first thing is the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to give you all of the cards because it's only 3. The 7 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Wands. Now, I know that we have a certain Gemini, so I'm kind of laughing at this. that watches our channel. But basically what I'm getting is spirit is saying, stop trying to act like you don't know that your wheel of fortune is tied to a relationship. That you're gonna find what you're looking for in this relationship. Um, and for the Geminis, I know you all have different relationships. So for some of you, it's a working relationship. It's I think I want to leave this job, and spirit is like, no, not at all. And then for some of you, it's tied to another person. You're in this question in your head, like, is this the person for me? And it's like, um, if everything in your life is going well, if you're seeing that you have plenty and this person is not taken away from you, then where's your question? Four of Wands here. That's a relationship. That's actually a marriage card. Some of you have already met or know who you're meant to marry, and you're fighting it. Other relationships, again, when it's pertaining to business, you already know who you're supposed to be in business with. And what you're saying, but I don't really want to be in business with this person. Spirit is like, if you're not having conflict with this person and you know that you're bouncing ideas off of each other, that's a marriage waiting to happen, because what you're proposing is business proposals.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business proposal. So that's why I said take it how it fits. And I was even trying to equate family here, but I really have, but it's spirit is like, no, it's industry and it's relationship. So it's the two. I'm not getting no family card. I am seeing the Ten of Pentacles card from another deck, but what I'm getting is that you're gonna be in your ultimate happiness, because it's in your uh fortune here. The wheel has turned in your favor. And if you look at this Seven of Pentacles, it looks like there's another wheel right behind his head. The wheel has turned in your favor. So that's it.
You know what I'm hearing, and this is so random. Round, Mary, keep on burning. And we're rolling,
Rolling, rolling.
I don't know where that came from, but you know, I look at every sign and synchronicity, Gemini. So maybe spirits let you know that you're gonna be rolling on the river somewhere. I don't know. Listen, don't shoot the messenger. Okay, let's keep it moving.
Cancer.
Cancer. I just want to just do the hug, because cancers are just like, cancers make the best everything, the best mothers, the best housemates, the best sisters, brothers. Like, cancers are just awesome. I have a cancer brother. He's awesome. He's a nurturer. I have a cancer best friend. Okay, bestie, where you at? All right, so I just love cancer. I have a cancer cousin who I'm close to. I love cancers. All right. So cancers are intuitive, emotional, and protective. Cancers love deeply but can retreat into their shell until cancers can retreat into their shell instead of facing emotional wounds. Spirit, let's see what you have to say that cancers need to stop ignoring.
All right. So cancers. What we have here, the first is the Eight of Swords. And this says, stop acting like you are stuck, because you're not. Cancers, you are not stuck. And what's behind it? The Eight of Wands. You should be moving quickly. Stop procrastinating. Stop trying to see if something is the right match. Spirit is saying this is the time you should be moving. Why? We have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords. Go after what you want. Take charge. You know what I'm getting out of this energy? Um, what is that movie? I can't quite place the movie, but what I'm getting is it's one of the cartoons. I really want to say Mulan. That's what I really want to say. I'm getting either way there's a scene where the horse is running, but the horse starts to notice that there's a cliff, right? Or it's like they're on this high rise, and the person's like, I need to make it to the other side, and the horse is like, excuse me, there's a cliff there, like I'm not trying to fall, and the person's like, no, we got this, we're gonna go. And he, makes the horse run. They go back a few feet, right? He does this to the horse, and the horse is like, all right, if he if he said we can do this, and the horse is running, and then the horse jumps over the ravine or the cliff, however you want to call it, and they land to the other side, and the horse is like, look back, and it's like, oh wow, we made it. And then the guys or the character is like, come on, let's go. This is what this Knight of Swords is giving me. It's like, okay, because remember, we have stop acting like you're stuck, go ahead and move. And now we got this card with the Knight of Swords. It's like, you got this. You're prepared for this. Go in and do it. Because you already see or saw that you can do it. You already know that you can make the mark. I'm really hearing land the mark. So take it how it resonates with you. But I really hear you already know that you can land the mark. And guess what? When you get out of this box, out of your shell, out of your comfort zone, guess what? The last card that came in, and for those who saw me, y'all saw me dealing with my eyes closed. The star card is here. You will become the star once you learn to get out of your comfort zone. Once you stop, I just heard mundane. Once you stop being in and residing in the mundane, and show exactly how talented you are, show your skill sets, you will become the star. I just heard instantly.
Mm.
Eight of Wands is that instantly. You have to do it now. Stop hiding your skill set. The people want to see who you are. What do you bring to the I'm about to say the TV. Okay.
Okay.
I was okay, for those that apply. What can you bring to the TV? What can you bring to the table? And Spirit is like, show them who you are. Stop hiding in your shell. The time of hiding has to stop. That's the only way that you're going to grow. That's the only way that you can show people what you have already known about yourself for so many years. So, Cancer, it's time to make that movement. Eight of Wands. That's all I have for you.
And speaking of star, what a wonderful way to introduce the next zodiac sign. Leo.
Leo.
I know I had to give you your own unique introduction because y'all are so deserving of it. I just thought, star, Leo, they just go in and in. You know what I'm saying? If you know Leo, you know. The Leos know. Leos know. Okay, so Leo, the royal, magnetic, courageous, loyal. Yes, Leos are loyal. But let me just say this. The reason why people love Leos is because, the reason why people can tolerate Leos as much as they can, because, they require a lot of attention, a lot of praise, a lot of admiration, right? They're loyal. They are loyal to a T, and that loyalty also comes with them making you feel like you are the only one in their world. I could not wait for this one. I know you couldn't. Yes, I'm reading you. Look, I'm reading you right now. So let me just, without further ado, let me just say it. All right. So Leo, the royal, magnetic, courageous, loyal. Leos shine bright, but sometimes pride can block their healing or keep them from being vulnerable. Spirit, what do Leos need to stop ignoring?
I know I got to get one more card because Leos, I don't know why y'all was being extra tonight. Y'all got 7 cards.
Seven? Oh my
7.
God.
That's why I was like, let me go ahead and pull these cards. All right. So the first card that we have here, Leos, is the world. So that lets me know that you have completed a cycle and you are beginning a new cycle. And you're in this energy of, because this card is similar to Atlas and it's like the world is on my shoulders. For some of you, not to laugh like that, excuse me, but it's like for some of you, it's just like, oh, I got the world on my shoulder, like, oh my gosh. And spirit is like, but you're about to see that because it's closed, it's about to get lightened for you. But for others, you're in this energy, and this is why I was laughing. What the hell did I just go through? It's like I literally heard that. And spirit is saying that you did the work because you have the 8 of Pentacles card here. It's like you've gone through something, you've been through something, you've done the work, is what I'm getting. Because I know the 8 of Pentacles is usually that working, but it's like you've done the work. And now spirit is saying you're in your Queen of Wands energy. Now it's time for you to make another movement, but this time you control the reins, is what I'm hearing. You control what happens. It's almost like you're, I want to say it's giving me Empress energy without having the Empress card here, honestly, because the Empress is all about already, I'm balanced in all of my areas of my life. I know what I want, so now I know how to master what I'm going for. Um, Even though she's a manifester, right? She is in that energy of I can birth anything that I want, but it's like on your terms and conditions, is what I'm hearing. And then the Queen of Cups is here, which means that whatever you do, you're going to be balanced. You're going to have a sound mind, is what I'm hearing. Although this is not the Queen of Swords, it's like, okay, so Spirit is telling me to say some of you have Cancer placements, and your Cancer placements are not going to have you. It's basically saying that you're not going to move in your Queen of Wands based off of emotions, Queen of Cups. You're going to be making sound judgment because you are balanced in your emotions. That's what I'm getting. Then we do have the King of Wands. Now we had the Queen of Wands. So if you are single, I'm seeing a King of Wands. If you are in a relationship, I'm seeing a King of Wands. There is somebody to match your energy to help you. Now, I do want to say something here because this is the first time I have noticed this. The term fire and ice is coming to mind, meaning you started off. You have to be the one to start it off because the King of Wands, although he can move, he's in this cold era. The fire that burns inside of you is the complete opposite of your person, of your partner. It's like that polar opposites. You attract each other because you're both about movement, whereas you're full of passion. This person may be, I'm hearing stoic a little bit, maybe. Um, Here we gonna do this. We gonna go to um we gonna get some things right. Um So there we go. Wait, that's not what I want. I'm looking up this word because spirit is like, give them the definition of stoic. Um, stoic, determined not to complain or show your feelings, especially when something bad happens to you. Stoic. So again, whereas you are in this passion and this action, your person may not. You may say, "Hey babe, do you like this?" Yeah, it's all right. And it's like you looking at your person like, "Okay, do you like this or not?" And your person is on this wavelength of whatever you like, I'm going to agree with you because I know and I trust the vision that you have. So go with the flow and I'm going to go with you. Whether I like it or not, I'm going to support you. Because remember, fire and ice, two polar opposites, but you're heading in the same direction. And the next card that we have here is Three of Pentacles, but it's in reverse, right? That lets me know that sometimes you don't think that you can work with this person, but Spirit is saying you can work with this person. Just because you may not see eye to eye all the time does not mean that you cannot work with this person. Just because this person don't move the way that you move does not mean that you cannot work with this person. In fact, the last card that came out is what? The Four of Wands. Unionship, happiness, celebration, marriage. This is the perfect relationship because you both bring. So you all have to forgive me because I haven't seen this show in a while. Um, but I'm gonna also tell you what I'm seeing. It is the oh gosh. Forgive me because I'm trying to really think of the show. Um, Game of Thrones. This is the energy that I'm getting. You have a throne here, and this person was raised one way, and you have this throne here, and this person was raised a totally different way, but they somehow found each other and fell in love. And so you have two different types of kingdomships, and they get married, and they're bringing two kingdoms to become one kingdom, and you have one that's full of fire and life and vibrancy, and you have the other one that is so cold but stable and stoic. And when you bring them together, it becomes a beautiful picture. It's like you may not be able to see it fully now, but when you bring it again, oh my goodness, you this is a powerhouse couple. This is a powerhouse couple, like, because you'll be able to control both the fire and the ice. Like I really hope that y'all get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, this that's a true partnership. That's what I was getting, a true partnership. Let me see, hold on. Yep, because I put two of the cards on the bottom of the deck, and when I just removed them to see what was at the bottom, it was the Two of Swords. It's like you don't even see it. You don't see how powerful you both could be, but you can be. Two of Swords. And look, two candles. And what do they normally do in some marriages? They take two candles and they light one to represent going from individuality to becoming one. Yep. I'm done.
It's giving very much power couple, but like you mentioned, sometimes opposites do attract. And I don't know why I heard this song. Why do good girls like bad guys? Why do good girls? And I'm not saying that that makes you a bad guy, but when you think of opposites, okay, you think of maybe the girl is this way, the guy is that way, and maybe they're attracted to each other because they both come from worlds that they know nothing about. Like, you're from this world, I'm from this neck of the woods, and so I'm interested in you because I've never been with someone like you. And what where you're from interests me because I've never even thought of being with someone like that. So I don't know why that song came to mind. Forgive me if that offended anyone, but that song just came to mind. And I'll probably use that in my next Instagram reel. Moving on. Okay, so next we have Virgo, the alchemist. Okay, I love Virgos. They're so visionary. Okay, you want something planned, you want to build something out of mud. You are Virgo. They pay attention to detail. Ashley, where you at? I done called you out 2 times already. Okay, what's going on? Virgos are very analytical, detail oriented, healing. That is important to know. Virgos are healing, okay? They want everything in order, but perfectionism can be a distraction from deeper spiritual truths. And forgive me, guys, again, because I'm working with one contact, so my articulation may be a little off, okay? So, Spirit, what do Virgos need to stop ignoring? Oh, you here? Okay, good. Thanks, bestie. Love you.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we have the Tower card, but it's in reverse, Virgos. You're trying to prevent something from happening. However, it's meant to happen because it's the only way you're going to manifest. And that is confirmed because you have the Magician card in reverse. Then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So the Five of Pentacles is that it's that energy of feeling stuck, but you're really not stuck. But it's like you're not even seeing. It's like it's what I just heard was you're complacent. You don't even know that you're stuck because you're complacent. It's like I'm satisfied where I'm at. And Spirit is like, no, you're supposed to be disrupting something. You're supposed to allow this disruption in your life to take place so that it can push you. Clarified by the Eight of Wands. Because the minute that you embrace this Tower moment is the minute that things begin to happen for you. And Spirit is saying the things that I want to happen for you is your 10 of Cups. But right now, it is in reverse because you will not allow this Tower moment to take place in your life. You each know what this Tower moment is in your life. In order for you to start manifesting, you have to allow this Tower moment to take place. The last card that we have here is the Page of Pentacles. So for some of you, I don't feel like this is all of you. Let me be clear. For some of you, this is something to do with a job. In order for you to get this new job, you have to first create the Tower moment for the last job. It's like you have to cut ties. You have to go. Okay, Spirit is telling me to share my story. So, for example, in December, I left my job that was paying my bills, right? But on the other hand, it was becoming so stressful that it wasn't a welcoming environment. And I know the type of person that I am. I'm the type of person that if you say that there's a problem, remove the problem? Why would you? That's like you saying, that's like the doctor saying, oh, we found cancerous cells in your body, but we just gonna let them sit there. Who does that? No, the doctors want to go ahead and remove them because it can start to spread. And so for me, if you're saying that I'm the problem so many times, why are you keeping me? Because now my mind is like, I'm not the problem, but you're trying to make me believe that I'm the problem. And so the fact that I know that you're trying to play mind games with me means that you're trying to control me in a sense. So I left. So for what, 3 months, I did not have a job. I'm working now. And guess what? I'm feeling fulfilled in my job. So Spirit is saying sometimes you have to leave abruptly. Sometimes you have to make that decision that does it, that everybody may say, okay, that was a crazy move because you left your job without securing the other job. Well, sometimes that is the only way Spirit will get you to move and act on faith and let you see how your manifestation as the magician can work. You can't go around saying that you are a magician and you're using somebody else's formula. No, the magician creates their own formula. When you start to manifest, you're not going to manifest somebody else's gift. You're going to manifest your own. And that's the energy space that I'm feeling for you all. So take it how it applies to you. But this Pentacle card is definitely talking about a new career. In order to get new money, new career, you have to let go of the old one first. That is the only way you're going to feel happy. So take it how you apply, or how it applies, excuse me, but also make sure that when consult Spirit for that next step. And for some of you, this is already the confirmation of the energy that you're supposed to be in. That's all I have.
And that's with anything, out with the old and with the new. You can't have anything new if you're still holding on to something old, because that old energy is going to take up all of your energy. So something new can't even seep through the cracks. Seep through the cracks to come in. So you got to let anything old that is no longer serving you to be able to appreciate and value something new. Great point. All right,
Yep.
let's move right along to Libra, the harmonizers of the zodiac sign. What are Libras known for? Being charming, being fair. That's why their sign is the scale. They always have to have balance, okay? And that's why I always say don't piss the Libra off, because they will get their lick back, because that's balance, all right? They're evening the scales, and they are so relationship driven. Oh my God. Like, Libras are hopeless romantics. Y'all think Cancers are? No, Libras are hopeless romantics, all right? And they seek peace, but not at the cost of avoiding confrontation or speaking their truth. So, Libras, what is Spirit trying to get you to stop ignoring?
I'm getting, it's one more card that's trying to come out. It's so Libras, you only have 2 cards. So it's giving me the same as the, I'm trying to remember which sign, but was that Taurus that had 2 cards? Either way, you have 2 cards. And it's plain, it's really black and white. You have 2 major arcana cards, Libra. The first one, oh no, I stand corrected. The first one is the 5 of Swords. With this energy, but it's in reverse. This is that energy of, you know, that there's this conflict, but you refuse to acknowledge it. You know that there's something that's weighing you down mentally, but you refuse to ground yourself, which is yeah, which is ironic because you are the sign of balance, which means you already know how to ground yourself. I will say that looking at this card, and I'm still picking it up too. I feel like it is a war with yourself within your mind. It's not giving me an addiction per se, but it's this card is definitely giving me devil energy. Like it's something, but it's like self-inflicting thoughts. So maybe you're one that down yourself. Maybe you say, "Oh my gosh, you're so stupid. Oh my gosh, you're this. Oh my gosh, you're that." And you're saying these things to yourself, and spirit is like, "Stop it." Because that's not who I created you to be. Like that's why I'm saying like it's giving me like that devilish energy somewhat, but it's like it's all in your mind. It's this you have a war within yourself. And spirit is saying when you can stop talking negative about yourself, you will have the sun card. When you can stop ignoring the fact that that's how like how you down yourself, you will see how your life starts to change. Bottom of the deck is this justice card in reverse. You are not getting your justice because you refuse to change that habit. I'm done.
And ooh, talk about balance. You know what came to mind when you said that sometimes they're so focused on keeping balance, they may not even speak their truth. It's almost like them ignoring the elephant in the room. Like you see somebody is bleeding profusely, and you like, should I offer them a band-aid? Should I call 911? Like it's like you see they're in need of help, but you're still trying to figure out if you should intervene or should you call in a professional. Like that's very much Libra energy, like really straddling the fence because they're not sure which way to go. And that could be detrimental to your well-being because not only are you left with that guilt of I didn't help that person, but that person didn't get the help that they needed because you're still in that gray area. You're not black and you're not white. So thank you for differentiating between the two, bestie. I think all the Libras needed to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move right along to my sexy Scorpions, the Transformers, getting it out the mud. Oh my goodness. Like I always tell people, if you have a Scorpio in your life, be ready for transformation. Be ready for something to transform because they are the transmuters of the zodiac sign. Or especially if you're in a romantic relationship with them, like be ready for something to transform. Like they're not just there just to be there. Like they're going to literally transform your life, whether that be for the good or for the bad. But you grow through what you go through. So it's usually for the good. Even if it feels bad, it's usually for the good. All right. So what are Scorpios known for? Being incredibly intense. Oh my goodness. Mysterious, but deeply emotional. Scorpios feel it all. They feel every emotion. But sometimes they hide behind control instead of surrendering to transformation. Okay, so Scorpios, what does Spirit want you to stop ignoring?
Scorpios. Let me hold something though. Let me hold something. Scorpios, because I see y'all like the y'all heavy manifestors. We have the magician card here. Y'all and what I'm hearing is like y'all can manifest like no other. Like and all right, spirit said, and it's not because of that the sexual energy, meaning it's y'all not using sex magic to manifest. Like y'all can manifest.
Amen.
Spirit, okay. But the next card the next card,
sorry, go
right. The next card that you have here is the sun card. You manifest beautiful blessings, right? I had this friend. He passed away a few years ago, but he used to say he had this saying they had beautiful gowns. It was quite beautiful, beautiful gowns, and that's what I'm getting. It's just like you can manifest beautiful things, right? But what your hang up is when you have to make a decision to move. Like you can manifest and sit in the place. Like you can say, "Oh, I need a new car." Bam. Oh, um I would like to change some things around my house. Bam, and you get those things, right? But when it's time to move, you try to act like you have this whole big decision, but spirit is like, no, I need you to move. I need you to move because the what I'm hearing literally is the blessings that you are manifesting are not meant to stay where you are currently. Meaning, for example, say you grew up or say you were living in a shabby house, right? And when I say shabby house, it looks decent, but it's not up to par, right? You have leaky pipes, you have this going on, you have that going on, and spirit is saying you can manifest like no other. Why aren't you looking for that penthouse that you've always dreamed of? Why aren't you looking for the dream house that you actually want to live in? Like why? Because you know you can manifest these things easily. You're refusing to at this point to move. And it's clarified because you have the King of Wands here, but he is in reverse. The King of Wands is all about taking the first step and moving. It's actually Aries energy. Aries is the first, like they're bam. Oh, we're gonna take charge. We're gonna do this, and it's just like I don't, I don't want to move. Should I move or should I not move? Or it's like that. I think I want to move, but I think I don't. I think I want to move, but I think I don't. And it's like, inherently in your heart that you should be moving. I even, as I was saying that, I just heard, that you should be making a movement, but you refuse to move. You know that you're supposed to be doing something else because you know your assignment, but you refuse to do the assignment. Now, I'm going to say without saying, like, I'm not getting that this is a warning, but the fact that Spirit is telling me to tell you this, I'm going to give you my 2 cents on this. I'm going to give you my 2 cents. Don't let Spirit stop you from manifesting so that you can move. You don't want to be reprimanded by Spirit when Spirit is like, you already know what to do. Because what will happen is you will need to manifest something real serious, and Spirit will not let it happen because Spirit is like, nope, you got to move first. And it could be something like a tree fell down in the roof of your home and you trying to repair it. Well, one, you already know the house was already a little shabby. Spirit wants you to live in something luxurious. And the fact that you want to replace a hole in the roof of this already shabby house, it's like you putting thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into a 1997 Toyota Camry. Baby, it's 2025. Let that 1997 Toyota Camry go.
I cannot with you.
Like that's the energy that I'm getting. And Spirit is like, and even when you try to fix up this 1997 Toyota Camry, they don't even make those parts anymore. So guess what? You're gonna be forced to buy a new vehicle. Like people are gonna, the insurance company is gonna be like, listen, this is a total loss to this home. Just move somewhere new. you know so that's the type of energy that it's giving me. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The 10 of Swords in reverse. You creating your own headache. You're not moving on. And because you're the magician, you're literally manifesting this thought. So you already know how to take control, Scorpio. Do what you need to do. I'm done.
And I'm going to just add, build off of what you said, because I already know, well, the Scorpios that I know, listen, they are heavy manifestors, and sometimes they have to use their sexual energy to manifest, but that comes natural for them because the Scorpio rules the genitals. So that usually is like second nature to them. So if you feel like you have to manifest by using your sexual energy, by all means do so, okay? But make sure you are doing it for the greater good. And what I mean by that is make sure that you are in a relationship that is healthy, so that when you're manifesting these things, they're coming from a solid foundation and they're not coming from like a situationship or something that is not going to last very long, because then what you're manifesting is going to fall by the wayside. It's not going to last very long because the foundation is not stable. So I say all of that to say that if you're manifesting with your sexual energy, Scorpios, because we know you guys love to use that sensual, sexual energy to manifest, just make sure that it's coming from a high vibrational place. And that's all I'm going to say. All right, so next we have Sagittarius. You can see me just say I'm over here rocking. Y'all know I'm a Sagittarius, okay? So I'm gonna do my big one for my sign, all right? So what are we known for? We are known for being the explorers of the zodiac sign. The Sagittarius is always searching for deeper knowledge. Yes, sir, all right? We're adventurous. We're philosophical, freedom-loving. We run towards expansion, but we may avoid emotional depth or staying still long enough to heal. Good, punch that ass. All right, Spirit, what do we need to stop avoiding?
So, okay. The first thing that we have here is stop trying to avoid being patient. Because we have the Temperance card here in reverse. Temperance is all about being patient and waiting. So what I'm getting is, for those of you who have seen the movie Black Beauty, or if you know about horses, you know, when you're trying to tame a wild horse, like the horse is very impatient, because the horse is like, baby, I've been running wild all my life and now you trying to tame me? Like, why? Like, don't do it. And Spirit is like, I'm trying to tame you, but you're being impatient. So stop being impatient. And for those who don't know, I have a lot of Sagittarius placements, so I'm sitting here like, ooh, but I'm tired of waiting. So I get it. And then what I'm also getting is, we have the Ten of Swords is also in reverse. This Ten of Swords is letting me know that it's creating, we can't get out of this mental state, because we're so much, and I'm talking about some we're so much. You're so much in doing, and trying not to be patient, that you're causing a lot of, it's not trauma, but you're causing yourself to get in your head, basically. It's just like that. So for example, so just like I said, oh, I get it, because you get tired of waiting. That's that Ten of Swords. That's that Ten of Swords energy. It's that energy of, sidebar, if you're a first time viewer, no, I do not mind calling myself out, because I'm just like, that's something I have to work on, right? So it's that's that energy. It's like, oh, I don't want to wait. I'm tired of waiting. It's that, are we there yet, mommy? Oh my gosh, you said that 10 minutes ago, like we're going to get popsicles and we're still waiting. Oh, but I really had to go to the bathroom. It's like, that's the energy that we're presenting to Spirit. And Spirit is like, be patient. Um, and Spirit is also saying, be patient. Why? Because you're the Empress. You're in your Empress energy. You are manifesting. You can do these things. But you also know that the Empress takes her dear sweet time because she knows that everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to. She knows I'm seeing a woman in a gown walking through the rose garden first of all. Um but I'm seeing like a robe, like royalty walking through, and it's just like at this moment, Spirit is like, I want you to act like you are in this rose garden and you're taking your dear sweet time to look at each rose, to actually smell the flowers. Because in this, you are you're creating a new mindset for you. You're creating, it doesn't matter when it comes, as long as it comes energy. And when you're doing this, you're manifesting. I just heard manifesting power, because when the world says, oh, that this and this and that should be happening in your life, you're like, no, in fact, my ship hasn't come yet. So let the world burn down around me. I can replenish. I know that it's gonna be green on my side of the world. I wish y'all could see me because I'm actually moving my legs in this energy, because I'm really getting this type of energy. And then the next card is the Magician, uh, manifesting over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So that's what the Empress does. She's going to continue to manifest. And it's like, it's not a back order of manifestations. You're literally manifesting something new. So it doesn't matter when it comes, it's going to come. And you're going to keep manifesting because you're the Empress. And it's all clarified by the Moon card, but it's in reverse. And it's like, you don't try to see it though. That's what I'm getting, because it's not meant for you to see right now. You're going to see it when the time comes. And so Spirit is like, stop trying to see through the fog, through the smoke. So if you also have been following with me for a while, you will know that at the beginning of the year I said that this is the energy. Like last year was the energy for the underdog, right? And the underdog, it's time for the underdog to rise. But last year, things happen, and it's like, okay, you say that this is the year of the underdog, and Spirit is saying, but this is the year of manifestation. This is the year that you're going to see it. I need you to keep moving forward, even though it's a lot of smoke in your face, there's a lot of mist in your face, whatever that block is, it's going to be in your face, but I need you to keep walking. So again, walking through the garden, not knowing what's happening, because it's not meant for you to see right now. And stop trying to see into the future so much. Live in the present moment right now. Smell those flowers. Look at each flower. Touch those flowers. Feel those flowers. Feel all the things that you need to, so that you can move in your new environment, in this new era of time for you, when you're supposed to. That's it.
Damn, that felt like a personal reading. I need to be intentional about taking my time and enjoying every second of life. I feel like I'm always rushing to get the next task. And that comes from just me being impatient, just by nature. I'm a very impatient specimen. And so I just think that I need to just really hone in on enjoying life, nature, grounding, laughing every second of the day, because when you take for granted, the little things, I feel like Spirit takes them away slowly, like when you don't enjoy flowers or, nature and stuff, and make it rain every day, so where you can't go outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like spirit, will pull things away from you if you're not appreciating, loving them, and valuing them. So that felt like a personal reading for me to just appreciate the little things. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
Next we have Capricorns, the builders. My big brother's a Capricorn, and I know he'll be watching the show or watching the playback. So this is for you, big bro. What are Capricorns known for? Being disciplined, ambitious, and loyal. Yes, they are so loyal. Capricorns thrive on achievement, but can ignore their emotional needs while chasing stability. Capricorns, let's see what Spirit says you need to stop ignoring.
Capricorns, my direct opposite. But in this energy, y'all kind of mirroring your opposites. Kinda. So Capricorns, the first thing I got is the Fool card, but it's in reverse, which lets me know that you are trying to control something. You're trying to control the whole thing. You're trying to control the narrative. You're trying to control who writes the narrative. You're trying to control the pen that they use. You're trying to control what they ran to work. Spirit saying, leave it alone. Stop trying to control everything, Capricorn. And then you have the Four of Cups, but it's in reverse. But this is the thing. It's not, this is the energy of Spirit is trying to show you something new. So in the traditional Four of Cups, you see the person paying attention to 3 cups that's turned over, but not realizing that Spirit is trying to hand them a new cup. Spirit is like, you're not paying attention to the cup that I'm showing you because you're too busy trying to control everything. And the Fool card is that card of walking by faith, not by sight, which means I have no control over what's happening in my life. I just know I got to keep walking. And Spirit is saying, in order for you to see this new horizon in your life, because the Fool card is also like new horizons, right? It's like, I need you to lose control, but the right way, right? I'm not talking about go out here and get drunk 7 nights out of the week, right? Which is pretty much every night, and do whatever. No, it's that relinquish control. I have no control of this situation. However, Spirit decides to work it out, I'm going to be content. And then that is when you can move. 6 of Swords is here. That is when you can move from this state of terror, is what I'm hearing, onto better things. But I will say this, that you have some sort of influence. And I say that because the Devil card is here. There is something, some kind of vice that you use, some people that you go to that tell you things, and what I'm getting is that they're telling you incorrect things. Like, say if they say, oh, well, if you want some quick money, what I do is I go to the gas station and get me a couple of scratch offs and I scratch them off. Spirit is like, that's not going to work for you because that's not what I have for you. That's not when I created you. That's not for you. Now, that might be for Auntie Sue and cousin Latrice, right? But that's not for you. That's not for you. That's not your ministry. That's one of my favorite sayings. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that. That's not my ministry. I love that. But it's Spirit's like, that's not your ministry. And it's like, when you learn to stop trying to control things and force things upon yourself, like, it's gonna happen for you. And I know that's true because when I ask Spirit, and for those of you, if this is your first time, when I ask Spirit something, I have ask from my innermost thought, like, okay, well, what's going on? So I was like, okay, so do I need to pull any more cards? Spirit said no, because your last card is at the bottom of the deck. I flipped the deck over, and guess what? It's the 9 of Pentacles. So your 9 of Pentacles, everything you want and hope for and dream, is going to happen for you when you relinquish control. Also, the devil energy is controlish energy, right? History lesson about the devil. And but before I say that, in the traditional card, the devil is controlling a man and a woman in the card. It's the devil energy is all about control. Isn't, if I'm not mistaken, the Capricorn is represented by the devil card. I just thought about that.
Yes, sir.
So this is your energy net. Like, stop trying to control things, okay? But spirit also wants me to give you the story of the devil. So the reason why the devil was kicked out of heaven, out of the comfort place, is because the devil was trying to control heaven as if he was God. That is how the devil was removed from heaven. So spirit is like, in order for you to get what you want, to get your blessings from heaven, stop trying to control how heaven gives it to you. Stop trying to control the people that heaven wants to use to bless you. Sometimes, and I'm really getting this real heavy for somebody, I don't know who this is for. Sometimes spirit will use the people that you clash with the most to bless you. So when you decide, I am not going to talk to this person, I am going to avoid this person, I am going to do X, Y, and Z away from this person or to this person, spirit is like, but that's how I'm trying to bless you. Because sometimes I have to use your enemies to bless you so that you can see how powerful I am, so that you can see how much I love you. Because I will use the people that dislike you the most to bless you in front of other people who don't like you. And now I'm getting what is it? Songs 27. I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can God do that if every time your enemies invite you out to dinner, you like, no thanks, no thanks, no thanks, no thanks. And spirit is like, you know you should have gone. And it's like I'm hearing, it's like you can feel it in your heart when you should have gone. And you've missed several dinners. And then somebody come back and say, oh, well, you should have been because, such and such stood up for you. This and that happened for you. Like, this person tried to throw your name under the bus and somebody else corrected it. And it's like, you should have been there to witness those things. Like I said, I don't know who this is for, but you know who you are. That's the energy that I'm getting. But I'm also getting, get out of your energy of trying to control. It's not working for you. That's it.
You know what I felt as you were reading that, talking about control, because my Venus is a Capricorn, so I know all about that. My cancel came to mind. Y'all can see what the front of it says. I know it's probably backwards how y'all are reading it, but it says calm. Okay, half a control comes from us not being calm and not having peace within ourselves. So we have to control everything outside of ourselves. So if we can just find tranquility and serenity within, everything outside will reflect what's going on inside. All right. So take a chill pill. I know Capricorns are they're the hardest workers. Besides Virgos, Capricorns are the hardest workers. All right. So use that same work that you do outside yourself to work on yourself and do it internally. And I promise you, the more work you do on yourself, the more aware you will become of yourself, self-aware. All right. And that goes hand in hand with emotional intelligence, which you guys already have because you're Capricorns, all right? So you, of course, you're already emotionally intelligent with yourself, but just use all of those tools that you're using outside to build things externally to help with the internal self. Okay, love y'all, Capricorns. I know I love Capricorns. I love Capricorns. All right. So
Right.
next we have Aquariuses, the visionaries, innovative, detached, humanitarian. Aquariuses always see the bigger picture. They know things before the entire world is hip to it. They know before it's even a thing. They're already on to what's gonna pop off before it's popping. All right. But sometimes they avoid personal intimacy or grounding in the present. So, Spirit, what do Aquarius need to stop ignoring?
One more card. There we go. I was like, we have one more card that's trying to come out. Your first card is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Why is your Pentacles in reverse? Why are you not feeling lucky? Like, I really do. I call the Seven of Pentacles card is my lucky card. It's like it to paint a visual. When I see Seven of Pentacles, it's like I see the slot machine that says 777. Right. Like that's how I see the Seven of Pentacles. And it's like you're not feeling lucky, you're not feeling blessed. What's going on? Because the second card I haven't flipped over yet. And I'm flipping it in real time. So I don't know. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles. Lucky, the other true lucky card. So I know, like I said, the Seven of Pentacles for me is like you choose. Let me put it this way: it's like you choosing luck, but it's like you're not feeling it. But you have everything you want. You're in the Nine of Pentacles, right? So it's that feeling of I'm not lucky, but people looking at you like, what do you mean you're not lucky? You get hired on your job, and people have been applying for to work for this company for years. You come out of nowhere, apply for the first time, and you get in. What do you mean? You go to your office and you're there for 2 weeks and they're already talking about promoting you. What do you mean you're not lucky? You go to the car dealership and you saying, oh, well, my credit is shot, but they give you the most expensive car on the lot, or one of the most expensive cars on the lots, but you have low car payments. What they do to that? And it's just like, oh, well, I guess that is a blessing. They're like, no, that is a blessing. And it's something that you're not seeing about yourself because you have the moon card here. There's something that you're not seeing about yourself. And I'm saying it's about yourself. And then I'm like, Spirit is like, go to the next card so you can fully explain it. We have the Five of Swords again in reverse. I had to double check. Five of Swords. So it's like you have this belief that you're like you have something going on, but it's like it's not true. It's something that you're believing to be true that's not true, is what I'm getting. And so with this, you believe that you're stuck. It's giving me Cancer energy because I believe I said something very similar to Cancer. So maybe some of you have Cancer placements, or maybe you're a Cancer with Aquarius placements. I know that I'm a Cancer that have Aquarius in my chart, so I'm gonna say that too. But it's giving you're lucky, you're blessed. Like stop trying to find a problem because there is no problem. Stop thinking or believing that you can't do something because you don't have all the equipment. No, you can do it. There's a scripture in the Bible that says like God doesn't call the qualified, God qualifies the called. That's what I'm hearing. So no, you may not feel like you have all the bells and whistles like somebody else does, but people want to see your value and see that you may not have all the bells and whistles, but what you do come with is so much more impactful, and that's what they're looking for. So that's what I have for Aquarius.
Definitely. That was dope. Oh my goodness. I felt that one because, like I said, I have my moon is in Aquarius, so I definitely felt a lot of what you were saying. It resonated with me. So thank you for that. So last and certainly not least, my beautiful soul family, we have Pisces, the dreamer, empathetic, artistic, spiritual. Pisces feel everything, all right?
Mm-hmm.
But they can escape into fantasy of others' emotions instead of facing their own. What does that mean in layman's terms? Sometimes they look through rose-colored lenses and they're not seeing what in reality, they're just seeing what they want to see or what the other person is portraying to them. They're not really seeing what's really going on. So, Spirit, what do Pisces need to stop ignoring?
So the first thing that we have here, I'm gonna pull the last card as I'm reading. The first card is the Tower card. So there's also a decision. Well, there we go. What I'm actually getting, because we have the Star card is next, but it's in reverse. So that lets me know that there was some sort of opportunity that you thought that you were like, if I get this, this is going to set me up right. If they recognize me for this, all eyes are going to be on me, and then I'll be able to do X, Y, and Z. And Spirit is like, nope. I had to create this tower moment. It's almost like it's a humbling experience for you, because Spirit is like, no, I want you to be somebody better. um and that's confirmed with this Knight of Cups here. Knight of Cups is like you bringing love, right? Spirit is saying, I want you to be that person that you operate from your heart, that you operate from a place of love and not lust. And so when people think about lust, a lot of people usually think sexually, but lust is, you can literally lust after anything. And Spirit is like, don't be so power hungry. That's what I just heard. Don't be so power hungry. Just be yourself. Operate from a place of love. Because when you operate from a place of love, I'm hearing is that that's when you start to experience and emit authentic power. When you start lusting after power, you're not no longer coming from an authentic place, and it's forced. And Spirit is like, you have to operate in authenticity. The next uh the next card that came out is the Ace of Swords. So that's confirming that you have to get a new way of thinking. There's a mindset that you have to operate out of, and you will then see the doors open for you. So it's that person that says, "Oh, I want to be an actress and I want to go Hollywood and I want to get a star." And Spirit is like, "But I need you to go in this in a lower circuit, because there's some things I want your talent to be authentic." And some people, and let's face it, there's some people in Hollywood that some of us don't think should be in Hollywood. They don't have real talent. I'm just gonna throw that out there. They have this falsified talent because of who they know, because they could buy their way in, and it's just like, okay, but I don't really think they should have won that award. But okay, if you think that they're best actor, best actress, best supporting actor, best supporting actress, like, okay, that's what y'all say, but it should have gone to this person, right? It's that type of energy. And Spirit is saying, I need you to get something from this lower circuit so that it can build some character. I'm literally hearing, so it can build character in you. Because some people, some of you, what I'm getting is that you lack character because you forget who you are naturally. So you've been putting on masks. You've been trying to mask up these fake personas, and it doesn't suit you. But when I say it doesn't suit you, I'm literally seeing a suit. It's like it's just like, oh, this is a cute suit. But say that you're really tall and you have really long arms and you put on this suit jacket, and the suit jacket arm cuts off right above your elbow. And people looking at you like you may like that suit, but that suit don't like you. Like, and it's like, but I really want this suit. And everybody's like, no, but it's not for you because you can't even wear it. You can't even wear the suit properly. So don't wear it. And you're steady trying to wear the suit, and Spirit is like, no. But the minute you can be authentic, the minute that you stop trying to be something that you're not, Two of Cups is here. That's when you find relationship. This is when you find something unexpected. And it's like what I just got, the download that I just got is when you stop trying to people please, that's when the person that you're meant to please will come into your life.
Ooh.
And when this person comes into your life, guess what? They see you as the star. You get everything that you want. But right now, this person can't see you. That you can't find each other because you're too busy trying to be something that you're not. And guess what? The Two of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. You have a choice to make. Do you still want to go down this road of being somebody that you're not? Or do you want to choose the path that was made just for you?
Damn.
If you know in your heart that you really want to be in a nice relationship, stop trying your best to be the star of something that you're not. Because you can't have both. You can't live an unauthentic life and have an authentic relationship. It's just not going to work. It's going to clash. That's what I have for you.
You're going to hit us with that. That is heavy. And that makes a lot of sense because when you think of Piscean energy, they take on their partner's emotions and their trauma and their baggage. Because remember, Pisces, they love to just engulf themselves with their significant other. And so it's easy for them to just like soak up all of their essence, and that comes with their personality, that comes with their baggage, their trauma. So
yep,
you have a choice to make, and make the right choice. And you know, deep within your soul, you know what the right choice is. Sometimes we tend to go with what our heart feels, but with situations regarding love, you have to be head above heart. I always say, because then you know you're making the right decision. You have to be logical when it comes to love. A lot of people don't want to be logical when it comes to love, but love can get you into some sticky situations. So that's why you have to be head above heart, because you can want to be with someone, but they're not good for you. That's love. You know that they're not good for you, so you're going to leave. That's logic. Always be head above heart in love department, and you can't go wrong, quite frankly. So thank you for that read, bestie, that we didn't even know that we needed. And please remember, guys, what you resist will persist, okay? But what you face will transform you. And Spirit doesn't whisper for fun. It's calling you to rise to the occasion. It's calling you to meet your highest self. And this is why I always say you grow through what you go through. And when you understand, and overstand more about yourself, it's why is my battery going dead? Ooh. Okay, so let me hurry this up. Yeah, when you understand, overstand, and understand who you are to the core, it just makes life more easier, which is why it's so important for you guys to get that chart reading. Yes, I'm plugging myself in again on my low battery. It's important for you guys to get that chart reading. And so let's go ahead and hop into Ask B. My battery is low, B, just so you know, FYI, it's on 20%. So, guys, if you have a question to ask B, this is your chance to throw any question under the sun his way, and he will let the cards do the talking. Any question about love, past lives, career, that weird dream you had last night. Now is the time for you to ask him. Nothing is off limits. Remember, he is doing this complimentary, okay? This is what he does for a living. So the time that you have now to ask him, hop on it, okay? Jump on it, all right? Because
if you want it, let's do it.
I know my Connie. Don't get me started, B. Don't get me started. You know that's my song. In those jeans. All right. So this is your time to ask B. Now, while you guys are trying to figure out what you're going to ask him, or if you're going to ask him any question at all, we just want to thank you guys for staying on as long as you did. Galaxy gang. All of our real ones, all ones from day one. Yes. The ones that got the bud with us. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all and we value you. So we just want to thank you guys. And just so you guys know, just to reiterate, if today's message hit home and you're ready to go deeper, tap the link in my bio or reach out to me courtesy of his channel. I'll go ahead and plug that into the comments, the Healing Room Tarot, if you guys haven't done so already, because we go deeper. This is just surface level. We only have an hour and some to cram all the information that we have been blessed with knowing from the divine to deliver to you guys. But if you want to go deeper, hit the link in the bio. Contact Healing Room Tarot, okay? Because we will help you guys understand, overstand, and understand what you are here to do. Okay, what your purpose is, what your traits are, what is spirit guiding you, leading you to. So I'll go ahead and plug in Bestie's information. It's _ Healing Room Tarot.
Yeah. No, healing _room _tarot.
Healing, okay. Now just bear with me because as I said, you might have to do it, Bestie, because I'm working with one contact. I'm trying to type it and I'm losing strength in the eye this week. But yes, so make sure you guys do that if you want to go deeper with either myself or Bestie. Again, we offer extensive services. There you go. Pin comment. We offer extensive services, ones that can help you connect to your higher self and get you to the promised land, to where you guys need to be on that path of healing and higher learning. So make sure you guys are plugged in to our website and plugged into the channel. And please, again, if you liked what we're spitting, if you enjoy the content, definitely like, share, comment, and pass it on to someone that you think could benefit from it. Each one, teach one, reach one. Because we know that videos like this are pushed further down the algorithm. We know that healing helps. Therefore, they are trying to push these videos down, all right? Because when you heal, you embark on a whole new level of power. And it completely transforms your entire life, and you figure out what you need to do. And then you're basically the glitch in the matrix taking over the system. They don't want that. No, they want to be the big wigs. They don't want us to be the big wigs or nothing. So definitely make sure you are sharing this video with other people you think could benefit from it, and we greatly appreciate it. So if anyone wants to ask me, now is your time. Now we do this every Tuesday at 11:11 at the end of our conversation. We do allow you guys to ask me. So if you didn't get a chance to ask, or if you're not ready to ask, or if you just want to shoot myself or Bestie a DM and we'll answer it. I forgot, people did actually send me a couple of DMs I wasn't able to read. If you were one of the DMs that had a question for Ask B, please forgive me. I wasn't able to check them because sometimes y'all just flooding my inbox with just tons and tons and tons of messages. So if you were one of the ones that sent me a message regarding you not wanting to be publicly identified, as a person that was asking me, please forgive me. I will read it next week. But if you're a brave soul and you want to ask right now, now is your time to ask B. B, do you want to say anything while people are trying to figure out if they're going to ask or whatnot?
Definitely. Don't be afraid to ask me questions in my inbox. I had someone to ask me recently, has anyone come? And I was like, no. I mean, I'm going to give you a reading, right? But they're more generalized. If you want something more personal, ask me about it. I promise you, I'm not going to charge you a kidney, an eyeball, and two lungs, right? That's basically your whole breathing system, right? So I'm not going to do that to you. I promise you.
Not yet. That's why I said y'all
Um,
have to jump on this now. Why? That's complimentary because with B's talent, he's gonna be reading for the stars, and I ain't talking about the stars in the sky. I'm talking about celebrities. Okay. So when we say that this is complimentary, it truly is, and this is why we offer this service to you guys, just so you can get a sneak peek on what we can do in our services. And so Gemini 2 times is asking, can she DM you Magoon? So yeah, so see, that's what I'm talking about, Gemini 2 times. Yes, if you feel more comfortable with DMing Magoon, then do so, honey, because you know that everybody is not, as ambitious or as comfortable. I'll say not ambitious, as comfortable speaking on a public platform. Even though it's only 6 of us online, by the time this video go up, it's gonna have hundreds of views. Okay. So we know that not everyone is ready to speak on a public platform, and that's okay. So yes, B said that he will take your question behind closed doors. So if no one has any questions that they want to address publicly, this will conclude tonight's episode of Cards and Conversations, where every episode unfolds a deck of intriguing discussion. I always like to end the episode with a quote.
Yes.
Just to guys out real nice. All right. So remember, the cards don't dictate your fate. They simply illuminate your choices. So choose wisely, love deeply, and stay aligned. Okay. And tap into next week's episode. Align, attract, and ascend. Okay. Yes. The lessons are radical surrender. So surrender to the divine. I can ask a question, B, if you want. But okay, to close.
Okay.
I
was gonna say this because Spirit just reminded me that I meant to say this earlier. For some of you that were watching, some of your ancestors were here, and I specifically kept picking up grandmother. So for some of you, y'all have some grandmothers that visited that kind of dropped some nuggets in for y'all while I was on the reading. And this one just came out when for those of you who watch frequently, you know that every time Ash says a deck of unfolding a trigger, what do you say? I'm sorry, I can't get it now.
Unfold the deck of intriguing discussion.
There we go. I usually pull cards. This time only 2 cards came out, and Spirit said, look at them. And the 2 cards that came out is the Magician card, upright, and then what is it? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, but in reverse. And what I heard Spirit say is, for somebody out there, this is don't expect to receive anything from anybody. Don't expect anybody to give you anything, because I have created you to be a manifester, meaning you can manifest any and anything that you want. You don't have to expect people to give you anything. They may not. And then it's confirmed by this dragonfly at the top. The dragonfly is your ancestors. They're saying, baby, why are you expecting the world or people to give you something when you can manifest it?
Right.
Yep.
That's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Manifest that shit. Seriously, people think that manifestation is a joke. Like, I manifested my entire life. I manifested all of my followers on this channel. I manifested my YouTube to where it is now. I manifested everything in my life. It is real. It is real. And I also offer a manifestation course, okay, on how to manifest like a mother goddess, okay? Check that out. Check the link in the bio on that too. Yes, I'm plugging another service up in this piece, okay? Manifestation is real, guys. Bestie has manifested his entire life where he is now, his moves, everything. And he'll get into all of that one day and, tell you guys where he moved to and why he moves, all of that. Like, it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Manifestation is real. So don't ever take that lightly or take it for granted. It is real because words are spells. What you speak, thus it shall be. That's why you have to be careful what you speak over your life. Don't you ever say, I'm broke. No, you're in transition. Don't ever say, I failed. No, maybe that business failed. Maybe you failed the test, but you didn't fail as a person. Like, we have to be careful what you speak over your life. Be cognizant of what you say to yourself and what you allow others to speak over your life, okay? Because words are spells. But I'm talking fast because I don't want this live to end with my phone cutting off, because therefore I can't save it. So, Ash, what we'll do is if you want to DM myself or B your question, what we'll do is we'll read it next Tuesday on Ask B.
Yes.
Okay? And I'm sorry we didn't have enough time, but I charged my phone all night and now it's saying it's going dead. So it must be the haters in the house, okay, not wanting us to.
Right.
So guys, next week, same time, same place, Cards and Conversations, where every episode unfolds a deck of intriguing discussions. I love y'all. We'll see you next Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.